it's people like Blake that hone their skills in places like the McSwain Theatre. That's what the place is all about.
That was J.L. Stillwell, manager of the McSwain Theatre in Ada, the very place where a young Blake Shelton honed his skills as an entertainer. Stay tuned as we discover more about this hidden jewel in Pontotoc County.
Welcome to Coffee with Ken, a podcast devoted to the music of Oklahoma and those who create it. Your host, Ken Childers, is a lifelong music lover, former radio guy, and current newspaper editor. In each episode, we'll take a look, as well as a listen, to the singers, songwriters, and performers who have Oklahoma roots. So grab your mug, sit back, and enjoy this episode of Coffee with Ken.
I discovered the McSwain Theatre about a year or so ago. My sister Carolyn and her husband John invited me to go along with them to catch the J.L. and Crossover show. I had no idea what it was, but I'm sure glad I went. It's an incredible music show. It rivals anything that Branson or even Nashville has to offer, in my opinion. They do it on the third Saturday of every month. And J.L. Stillwell, she not only manages the theater, but she's the one behind the show that has helped to shape the careers of folks like Blake Shelton. So she joins us today. Welcome, J.L.
Thank you so much. I started performing actually in the first grade at Glenwood School here in Ada, Oklahoma. So that was my first big show on stage, was singing Home on the Range. And then in the third grade at Latta, we went to Latta starting in the second grade. I started singing there on stage during our Christmas programs, and then 4-H came in the fourth grade. So I've just been singing the sixth grade. Me and my mom and some of the local musicians here and singers kind of put a little country type band together. No drums, just all acoustic guitar and bass type thing. But we'd go different places and sing at each other's homes. And then we got asked to go to the Latta prom one year. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is so exciting. So yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. I come from a musical family.
Well, who are some of your biggest influences as a singer?
My biggest influence was probably Tammy Wynette. I love Tammy Wynette. And to do Tammy songs, I love to do some Elvis songs. I like to do a big variety of songs. Merle Haggard, George Jones. I do a little bit of Reba, not a whole lot. She's got a very unique sound, and I think it's real hard for me to touch her stuff, but I think she's a pretty special lady. And I know her whole family and got to meet them, and we actually hosted them here one year. And we gave them the Mayborn Axton Award for entertainment, because their whole family is so spreads so much entertainment throughout. You know, if not in the music, but in the rodeos also. So those were the big influences for me. And I like to sing Connie Smith, and I like to sing Dottie West. Those are the biggest influences in my life.
Can you tell us about your most memorable gig?
Let's see. I don't know, it might have been the one with Lee Greenwood. I was really excited to do that because he was really popular at the time, and I just thought, oh my goodness, that is just, it's such a big thing to be able to open for someone that was so high on the charts at the time. And he was very personable, very nice to both Debbie and I. And so that was a great and exciting thing to do in life. I think the first time we went out to Nashville though, and we cut a record for just our first record, and it was our last record, to be honest with you. But the first time we ever heard that on the radio, I think, was the biggest accomplishment of all. The biggest rewards, Ken, that I get to do is people that want to hone their skills and want to be on stage and sing, you know, like it's a big dream of theirs, or it's just something they want to try, or maybe they want to make a lifetime commitment to it. This is a good place to do that with their talent. And because we have a great band, the Crossover Band is an awesome band. They're very
Yes, they are.
easy to work with, and they make everybody feel really comfortable and welcome. The staff that I have here is an awesome staff. I'm very blessed to be able to do the show here at the McSwain, and the Chickasaw Nation has been very good to me and to all of us that have performed here. And I'm very picky with my guests because I think people pay their hard-earned money to see the show, and I want it to be the best that I can possibly make it.
Where do you find the talent?
Well, I've been doing it for 35 years, I guess, 34, 35 years. And so I have a roster, and through the years, it just pans out that people call me and say, hey, I've got a friend, hey, I've got a brother, sister, or I go somewhere and see someone or see somebody online that at a different show than mine that I think, I'd really like to have them on the show. Or they call me or send me. You can send me anything by email and audition. And if it's not a good quality, I may ask you to come here at the theater and audition for me live. You can bring a track to sing to, or if you play acoustic guitar, you can bring your guitar and play, or just sing just a cappella if you want to. And because the voice is the most important thing to me when I'm listening to someone. It's not how good they may play their guitar, but how well they sing, And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're 7 years old or if you're 47 years old. If you're a good singer, I'm going to put
this
you in.
Band, go down to Ada and see for yourself. This band is top notch.
Yes, they are.
Tell us about the pickers in this band.
Well, I've been with some of them. I've been ever since we opened the theater back in '92. Wayne was our first steel guitar player and still is. Jody is our band manager, and I've known Jody since he was 14. And Gary was the second drummer I ever had. Larry Large was our first. And then Gary Bryan is our drummer. Kenny Anderson is our lead guitar player, excellent lead guitar player. Greg, he plays acoustic, and Jody plays acoustic. They both play acoustic. And then Deanie Stubbs is our bass player, and she's excellent. And Zach Sutton is our keyboard player, and he's excellent. I mean, the band is just so good, and we're very proud of each and every one of them, and very blessed to have them. And then we have Tara Scott as a backup singer, Debbie Allen as a backup singer. Jody sings backup also, and I sing backup. And some of these people that work in the band have other jobs besides what they do here at the theater, and most of them play other places.
Now, you mentioned Larry Large a minute ago. For folks who may not know, he's very instrumental in launching Blake Shelton's career.
Yes, he and Carol Large both are. They helped manage me at one point, and then when Blake came about, they started helping to direct him because they had had a lot of experience from going to Nashville with me and stuff. And I decided just I stayed home. I had 2 boys to raise, and I needed to be here. So anyway, Blake was on my show for I think a year and a half, and that boy was hungry he loved his music. He loved playing his guitar, and he loved singing, and he wanted to know everything about what it was to make him a star in Nashville. He was just so excited and so hungry for it. And he practiced all the time. He loves to fish, he loved to hunt, and he loves to sing music. And those were the 3 things that he loved. And he's a great kid. He's not a kid anymore, but to me he still is, because he graduated with my son, and I still call my own children kids. So, but it's people like Blake that hone their skills in places like the McSwain Theatre. That's what the place is all about. We're going to have November the 9th, or 7th, November the 7th, we're having Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys.
Oh, wow.
And next year, we have the Glenn Miller Orchestra is coming in March, the last Saturday of March. Gene Watson is coming.
Really?
And, yes, in April, the last Saturday of April. And then the last Saturday in May, the Cleverleys are coming. So those three shows are already put together.
Thank you, J.L. Stillwell, for joining us today. That wraps up another edition of Coffee with Ken. We'll see you again soon. Hey, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you get a chance, go over to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. We certainly appreciate it when you do that. That helps us out a lot. So until next time, goodbye.